start now.
Good morning. We are going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining us. This is our first ever live virtual hiring event, and we are thrilled to have some participants on the line. My name is Shannon McLean, and I work in the Human Resources Division for the Park Authority. And I just wanted to take a few minutes real quick before we get started to talk you through how this event will work. So as I mentioned, this is a live event that we're hosting to give interested applicants information about various divisions that we have job openings here in the Park Authority for. Today, we're going to be focusing on our Golf Enterprises division. So you may see at the top of your screen that this event is being recorded, and a recording will be available on our jobs website in the coming days. In a moment, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Todd Johnson, who is the Golf Enterprises Manager, to talk about all of our amazing golf courses and the open positions that we have. But if you have any questions throughout this event, please type them in the Q&A section. We will be addressing any questions at the end of the presentation, but go ahead and enter your questions at any time. We do have folks that are monitoring that section who may respond while the presentation is underway. Also, I just wanted to point out that in your features, you will see featured questions tab. Please pay attention to that, as we are going to be posting a link to apply directly for any of the positions that you might hear about here today. Also, in that area, we're going to post a link, an email address that you can send additional questions to after the event is over. So bear with us if you don't see the slides immediately, as there's a small lag time between when we switch from slide to slide, but we can go ahead and get started. So Todd, if you're ready, I will pass it over to you.
I am ready. Thank you, Shannon. Like Shannon said, I'm Todd Johnson. I'm the manager of Golf Enterprises for the Fairfax County Park Authority. We operate 8 golf courses at 7 locations. You can go ahead and go to the next slide. Like I was saying, seven locations, but there's actually 8 golf courses. Generally speaking, the golf courses are on the southern half of the county. Oakmar being the northernmost, it's basically 66 and 123, but generally speaking, the golf courses are located on the southern half of Fairfax County. We have all kinds of different levels of golf courses for all types of golfers, ranging from Oakmar has a par 3 9-hole golf course, definitely designed for beginners, and includes a driving range, all the way up to Laurel Hill Golf Club, which is built on the old prison property in the Lorton area, adjacent to South County High School. It on the weekends is a $104 round of golf, and is definitely a very challenging golf course. So we cater to all the golfers in Fairfax County. Because you see there on the slide, we also offer 4 outdoor practice driving ranges. 2 of our facilities, Burke Lake and Oakmar, is really focused on the driving range, but they do also both include par 3 golf courses. We do also have driving ranges at the Laurel Hill and Twin Lakes facilities. They're generally used for warm up for the golfers that are using those facilities, but also for golf instruction. We do have lots of programs that we offer to try to get people involved in golf and get them turn them into avid golfers. We offer junior golf programs for kids, which include, camps, clinics, and classes. Women's golf, June is annually Women's Golf Month, but we throughout the year run programs to make women more interested in playing at our facilities. Foot golf we offer at Pinecrest, which is our 9-hole regulation golf course in the Alexandria area. If you're familiar with where Thomas Jefferson High School is, it's just around the corner from that at the intersection of 236 and Braddock Road. Foot golf is basically golf with a soccer ball. And on our 9-hole regular golf course, we offer 18 holes of foot golf, and that is available on the weekends at Pinecrest throughout the year. And at most of our facilities, we offer golf instruction. Sometimes we do that with our own staff, and sometimes we do that with a partner or a contractor, which offers those services so that we can introduce people to the game of golf. You can go to the next slide. So unfortunately, I work at the government center. I don't get to work at one of our actually work at a golf facility, which is a great work environment. Very friendly, very fun place to work. Lots of people, like a typical facility. I'll talk about Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes is one of our facilities. It's near Centerville High School. It has a Clifton address. It's off of basically Braddock and Union Mill Road. Twin Lakes, has about 60 volunteers, probably around 60 part-time staff, as well as their full-time staff. It's, sort of peaks at those numbers in the summer. We have less people that work in the winter, but a great place to work. Many of the folks that work there, volunteer there, have worked there for years and years because they just enjoy the working atmosphere. Of course, working in a golf course, whether it be working on the range, driving the beverage cart, working maintenance, you're going to spend quite a bit of time outdoors, which is a great benefit of this job. And of course, being involved in an operation where you're providing a recreational service where it's a positive experience for the participant is, a fun place to work. So you're not working at DMV, you're working at a park, outdoors at a golf course. A great place to work with lots of great people. So you can move on to the next slide. So the salary ranges vary, depends on your experience, but we have positions on both sides of our operation, I would call it. There's the maintenance side of the operation, which is very critical to providing this service. We're always looking for maintenance people. The sites that are currently looking for folks include Twin Lakes, Oakmar, and Laurel Hill. But we're taking applications at all of our facilities. They have active open positions currently at Twin Lakes, Oakmar, and Laurel Hill for maintenance. The other side of the operation, the clubhouse side, includes, it varies from site to site, but all of them have a pro shop where those employees check in the golfers when they come to play their round of golf. They'll also potentially sell them supplies that are required that they may need to participate in their round of golf, including, tees, balls, gloves, apparel. Those are all available in our pro shops. Some of our facilities, it ranges from Oakmar, which we have a full service restaurant, including cooks on staff, down to some of our facilities like Jefferson District, Pinecrest, have snack bars. Greendale has a snack bar. So it's very limited menu, limited offerings. But at all those facilities, we have a need for both pro shop workers in the clubhouse and food and beverage or snack bar employees in the clubhouse. Additionally, at most of our facilities, we have folks that help us out with the golf carts. There's a process in which we stage and clean the golf carts at the beginning of the day, and then clean and store them at the end of the day so that they're ready for the following day's rounds. That task has kind of even received more emphasis than it has in the past, as we're trying to, we work within our COVID cleaning and safety operating procedures, which requires us to clean and sanitize the golf carts before and after every use. So I think I covered most of that, the range. So we also have additional positions that help out with those 4 driving ranges that I mentioned. Whether it be picking the balls from the driving range, cleaning the golf balls, or dispensing the golf balls, picking up the baskets, retrieving the baskets after the golfers use hit their balls on the driving range. There's quite a few responsibilities included on our range attendance as well. So So both sides need help both on the golf course maintenance and all the different responsibilities that we have on our clubhouse as well. You can go to the next slide. So we have put a lot of effort into making sure that we're operating our facilities safely and that people feel comfortable and safe when they come so that they want to come more often. Of course, we want to make our #1 priority is making the facilities safe for our employees, our volunteers, and the golfers. So quick background, we ended up being closed for approximately 8 to 10 weeks. It depends on the facility, in which time we had time to plan, acquire personal protective equipment and cleaning supplies so that we were ready to go when we reopened in mid-May. So basically we were closed from mid-March to mid-May. You can see in the picture on the slide, Laurel Hills Pro Shop front desk with plexiglass. We added plexiglass barriers in indoor facilities, all the clubhouses, both food and beverage or snack bar operations and pro shop operations. We are, in the state of Virginia, and masks are required of both our staff and volunteers, as well as the golfers who come into our clubhouses to pay if that's required of them before their round. And of course, we have enhanced our cleaning practices to have more additional and more frequent cleaning. What we have found and what we have tried to do as part of our new world and new operating procedures is to limit the golfers' need to go into the clubhouse or the amount of time they spend in the clubhouse. Golfers now have an option through another provider that we utilize Golf Now to pay for their golf in advance, which enables them to potentially avoid having to go in the clubhouse at all. And also we've reduced our food and beverage or snack bar operations to just be grab and go, so we don't provide seating at most of our facilities anymore, so that we can just get the golfers in, get their beer and a hot dog, get their soda and a granola bar, and get them back out onto the golf course having fun. So in those cases, we've done everything to try to avoid having the club in the clubhouse, but we also have signage limiting the number of participants in the clubhouse. And just like your grocery store and your home improvement store, we have, circles and X's and arrows and signs and everything in place to restrict traffic and make sure that everyone respects social distance inside the clubhouse. So you can go to the next slide. So I mentioned before, but I'm going to go through it again. You may not be familiar with our facilities or where they're located, so I'm going to go down that again. So Burke Lake Golf Center is right on 123. It's probably our most visible facility that we have. It's on a main four-lane road there off 123. It's probably our signature park in the Fairfax County Park Authority is Burke Lake the Park. Well, Burke Lake Golf Center is right next to it, just one exit earlier on 123 as you go southbound. That's the driving range and the 18 holes of par 3 golf. Laurel Hill Golf Club in Lorton, like I mentioned earlier, is where the prison property used to be in the Lorton area, adjacent to South County High School and Middle School. It's not far off of 123 as well. It's probably less than it's probably 6 to 8 minutes away from Burke Lake. Greendale Golf Course is located on Telegraph Road near Lee District, the Rec Center, as well as Huntley Meadows Park, Franconia Road. Not Franconia Road, so excuse me, Telegraph Road, a couple miles outside the Beltway. Oakmar is in Oakton. It's near the intersection of 123 and 66 on Germantown Road. There's also Oakmar, the Rec Center, which is on that property, as well as a mini golf course and some synthetic turf fields. So you may have been to Oakmar for other reasons and seen the golf course in the back of the facility. It's kind of hidden on the property, but it's right there with all the other recreational facilities at Oakmar. Twin Lakes is on Union Mill Road, as I mentioned earlier, right next to Centerville High School. Jefferson District Golf Course and Park is near Providence Rec Center in the Falls Church, Fairfax area, right up from Merrifield Mosaic part of the county, just inside the Beltway, right there at a very busy area of the county. And then Pinecrest Golf Course at the intersection of Braddock Road and 236. Alexandria address, kind of feels like Annandale, and right around the corner from Thomas Jefferson High School. So one other thing I wanted to mention, so you know where they're at, you know the types of jobs that we're looking for. I wanted to talk about the shifts. So generally speaking, when it comes to working on the maintenance side of the operation, we're looking for folks to work early in the day, whether that be 6 to 2:30, 5:30 to 2, 7 to 3:30. It varies from the facility and it varies from what type of maintenance you're doing. So, but in any case, once we get you in contact with those facilities, the hiring manager would be able to tell you the exact shifts. But generally speaking, it's early in the morning. Try to get ahead of the golfers and do the work when the golfers aren't in the way. So on the other side of the operation, on the clubhouse, those hours could vary quite a bit. You know, first tee time at these facilities this time of year can be anywhere from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And of course, we're open till dark. So that right now is around 8:30. But the busiest time of the day for these facilities is in the morning. We tend to staff more folks in the morning and staff more folks on the weekend. Another thing, as I mentioned, the driving ranges earlier. In the case of Oakmar and Burke Lake, both of those facilities are equipped with state-of-the-art lighting. We have rolled back the operating hours a bit with our response to the coronavirus and our reopening, but they're open till like 9 or 10 p.m. 7 days a week this time of year, you know, in the prime golf season when the weather is cooperating. In the winter, we roll back those hours more like to dark or 8 p.m. So those are a little, Oakmar and Burke Lake with the lighted driving ranges really are beyond typical golf course operating hours because of the lighting for the driving range. So that's a lot of information in a little bit of time. So I'm gonna throw it back to Shannon, and I think we're going to take some time, whether it be myself or Roberta Corson is on the line. She is our golf marketing specialist. Between the two of us and with the help of Shannon, we're answering HR questions. Hopefully we can answer any questions you might have about these part-time positions at our golf courses. So thanks again.
Thanks, Todd. So it looks like we do have one question in the chat, and that question is, what age range of people do you hire? Specifically looking for how young you can be to work at a golf course.
16, probably on the maintenance side, 18, but in the clubhouse, we have folks that are 16. Majority of the employees are 18 or older, but in the summer, we do have seasonal or part-time employees who are 16.
Thank you. We have another question. This one might have a broad answer right now as we are continuing to hire, but the question is, how many positions are open? Yeah, so we originally, when the county lifted the hiring freeze on June 26th, golf was authorized to hire approximately 70 positions. We've currently hired where their paperwork's been submitted, everything's done, and they've started to work approximately half of those people. We have additional probably an additional 5 to 10 where we're still processing their paperwork. And so we probably have 20 to 30 folks that we're still looking to hire. And those probably break out about half on the maintenance side versus the clubhouse and the operations on that side of the golf course. So I would say 20-ish jobs. And I would say the 3 facilities that are in the most urgent need of hiring are Twin Lakes, Oakmar, and Laurel Hill. And all 3 of those facilities are hiring for positions on both sides, both golf maintenance and the clubhouse. So hopefully that helped give you the scope of what we're looking for. Great, thank you. So I guess we'll give it another minute to see if any other questions roll in. I think we have answered most of them. It looks like we do have another one that came in. So if you're 15, are you able to work in the clubhouse, or is it you must be 16?
Yeah, it's not a hard, fast rule. You know, through the work permit process and other, process, we are allowed to hire. Generally speaking, we don't hire under 16, but I would not disqualify yourself because of that. I would go ahead and apply and get in communication with the individual site. I don't want to say it's not a hard, fast rule. There's nothing governing that. It's just our general practice is not, but I would encourage you to apply.
Great, thank you. And as we said at the beginning, one of the moderators is posting the links in the featured Q&A area where you can click directly to apply for any of the openings. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have any additional questions right now. Like we said, this was being recorded, so there will be a posting of this in the coming days, and be sure to check back for that. Thank you for everyone that attended. If you have any additional questions, be sure to send us an email at fcpahcds@fairfaxcounty.gov, and we will try to get some responses to you.
Thank you.